The Central Iowa team remains resilient. They are up 2-1 over the East. Well, they have had to battle back from controversy. Yesterday, they were involved in a controversy when a team, Snohomish South Little League, was accused of losing their game on purpose. It was determined that the West did in fact violate the spirit of the Little League rules, and today their president of the South Sonoma Little League District, Jeff Taylor, issued this statement that he felt like the manager, Fred Miller, made some decisions in the bubble of intense competition that in hindsight did not reflect well and did not reflect the spirit of the Little League rules. And what happened was the West was going to advance whether they won or not. So they were accused of losing on purpose because that would eliminate the Central team. So it was decided that they would play a tiebreaker on the field and settle it, where the Central team in fact won today 3-2. And so a lot of controversy surrounding this decision, but the Snohomish Little League has in fact released that statement saying in hindsight it was not the correct decision by the coach.
Holly, thank you for recapping that for us. And in that game this morning, the West squad committed 3 errors that led to 2 unearned runs for the Central team, and Michaela Hogue was simply electric in the circle with 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for those young ladies on the West team, because they were playing very well undefeated before taking that 8-0 loss. And I think the thing to me as an elite athlete, and an athlete that plays the sport of softball, is that out of respect for the game, you've got to always play to the top of your abilities. And that's the motto of Little League. That's why we love it so much for the boys and for the girls. And a situation where they were no hit, they were told basically to bunt, to get out, because of the way the tie-breaking system was set up. And it would have been one thing if they just lost fair and square, but to not really put forth that effort, I think, is really what has upset a lot of people, and rightfully so.
1-0 to Brianna Rastella. Into center. Oh, Carly Wilson ranging back for it off her mitt. Rastella stretching to second. Steps up onto second base, Brianna Rastella does. I love her speed on the base path.
Rastella is just going to get a pitch up in the zone. Look at the way she keeps her head down, hands explosive, just drives this ball in the outfield, and Carly Wilson kind of floats to that ball just a little bit. It tips off of her glove, and battling a little bit of the sun. Tough position to be in the outfield, but I think that's one that Carly Wilson wishes she had back.
Haley McKinnon is your batter now. Stepping into the spot in the lineup, once owned by Sydney Bignell. And we get the out at first as Abby Husak stays with the play to get McKinnon. Some lucky fans enjoying a little dinner in the stands. Big barbecue here today, Michelle, as all 10 teams got together for one last festive meal. Sophia DeTroya is now the pinch hitter for East. Sophia DeTroya, the daughter of Kevin DeTroya, the manager of this squad. I also mentioned her mom, Joey, a big part of keeping the chemistry smooth and clicking for this group. I think that's what amazes me, Michelle, every summer when we meet these all-star teams. These players compete against each other during the Little League season, and then they come together for this all-star run, and they have such a unity and a chemistry. It's hard to cultivate that over a short period of time.
Yeah, and the coaches and the parents do a great job of trying to facilitate that, whether or not it's pizza parties, ice cream parties, the trips alone, going through the different districts, sections, state, regional, and then here to the World Series, obviously bond the team together as they progress through the tournament.
Just trying to drive. Only switch, no chase, okay? Okay.
We'll back out a moment there with Kevin DeTroya and Sophia. 1-2. So Detroit had been showing up Michelle, but with 2 strikes, a different change in strategy there.
Yeah, definitely. In this situation, runner at third, even with the 1 out, you don't want to be in a situation where you're bunting. If you're going to play the short game, go ahead and slap. But most importantly, with 2 strikes, you got to protect.
Grip it back, kid. You got this, my girl. You got this.
Full count pitch with a runner on third. Detroit draws the walk. Runners on the corners now. Friendly reminder that our coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Frosted Flakes opens up on Thursday, 1 o'clock Eastern, Dominican Republic versus Uganda, followed by Texas and a team from here in Oregon. First appearance in the Little League World Series for the Dominican Republic since 1996, and Michelle, Uganda represented here this week at Altamira Stadium. Yeah, and we'll hear that from the champ.
And I love it because, you know what, the sport is growing. We've talked about having enjoyed the sport in Europe as well as down in Africa, and that's happening.
Olivia Murray tries to use her speed, and does. And the runner at third decides to stay. Ball gets away. Murray was trying to create a spark. Did get on safely. A lot going on here, Michelle.
A lot going on. East talked about trying to cause havoc, being reckless on the bases. I like that the Central did a really good job by Hobbs to not bait and go after the throw to first base, thinking that the runner at third may try to advance. And she's unable to get her out, but situation now, an opportunity for the East.
Plays at home, can't get the double play. Look at the outs.
And good defense by the Central team. Shortstop pulled in, obviously bases loaded situation on the ground ball. They've got to come home. And I love the way that Pogue, look at this ball, smashed right at her. She picks it up, she comes home, she knows that she needs to get the ball to Rigby, the catcher, and then Rigby fires down the first. Not in time, but 2 outs now in the inning. A little bit easier job for the defense just to be able to step on bag to get it out.
Alyssa Richard is your hitter now, seeking her first RBI of the week, and a great opportunity with the bases loaded, but 2 outs. So impressed, Michelle, by the defense we've seen these last 2 plays from 2 players in different defensive positions. Isabel Hobbs in the circle defending for the first time in this tournament, and Hogue at short for the first time.
Exactly. Typically, Hogue is in the circle, so these young ladies doing a good job of figuring out situational softball, knowing what their job is and what it is and when it is. You know, a lot of times young athletes forget to be a little complacent and not remember what they're going to do. You got to say it to yourself before every pitch. This is my job. If the ball's hit to me, where am I going with it?
That's what he told us, this communication. All 4 teams that we're seeing in the semifinals when we spoke with them today brought up the great communication that they've enjoyed. Her numbers today from the circle: Michaela Hogue, stellar, 11 strikeouts, only 3 hits and 2 walks allowed. A 3-2 win for Central propelled them to this semifinals. Trying to get to the championship game after having played an extra game. Bases loaded. Timely hitting for Elisa Richard. 2 will score as Warwick, Rhode Island takes back the lead. Great reaction from Richard at second.
Oh, listen, Richard coming up clutch with 2 outs. That's really what it's all about. Both these programs with really good defense, but it's that timely hitting that's so important. Richard just gets a pitch on the outside corner, drives it the opposite way. She knows it right away. She's going to get a couple ribbies.
And now another run will score for East. Heads up play by Madison D'Amato running the base pass. Rhode Island feeling it now.
And it looks like this is supposed to be a pitch out. You can see the way that Skylar Rigby, the catcher, stands up, and that ball thrown very low, it just gets right between her legs, and understandably so, knowing why they're going to pitch out to her, because Rhodes has the two doubles. He's been the big bopper.
That one goes to third, and then an overthrow. Haley Steffen with a rare miscue. Another run will score for East.
Okay.
The ball hit hard right at Haley Steffen. You can see that she's got it in plenty of time, but just releases that ball a little bit high.
Carlos Rodas, Deanna's dad, coaches first base, walked his daughter down the line.
Let's get it going, okay? Ready? 2 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Charlie Dusack goes out to try to rally the troops. This opportunistic Warwick North Little League team has been aggressive in this inning. Started with a double from Brianna Restella. Detroit walked. Murray with a bunt single. And now another new hitter, Destiny Santiago.
Destiny Santiago.
Santiago hitting .250 in the week, 1 for 4 with a single. The roller coaster of a game we've seen in this first semifinals. Warwick took the first run, Central took the lead 2-1, and now Rhode Island has responded in a big way. Can't keep the inning alive, but Alyssa Richard with the bases loaded comes through.
Alyssa Richard taking that pitch the opposite way. 2 big RBIs. East back on top, 5-2. Loving it.